Alright everybody, it is not 2 for Tuesday, but it is Western Wednesday. And as you see, I got old Knife Delight's card out here. He's the proprietor of 2 for Tuesday, but today we're going to talk about him because he gifted me this special knife. So we'll get into that knife here in just a second. So be sure, if you're not subbed to Tom over at Knife Delights, be sure to check out his channel. He also has History Delights. Great guy, pillar to the community. You can catch him usually every Sunday afternoon on RJ's Live as well. And also, while we're talking about channels, we're going to shout out Clark's Kentucky Knives. He sent me we did a sticker swap. He sent me this. He also sent me a very special note. I do want to thank you very much. And I'll also tag his channel down there. So get over there and check him out as well. I'm not sure. Let's see how many subs he's up to right now. It looks like he's sitting about 79 subs, so the more the merrier over there. So go help him out. Now, guys, this knife right here, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know a lot about this knife. He picked this up at an antique store, and you guys know I gifted him not too long ago. You know, we swap stuff back and forth all the time, but he was needing Black Beauty hatchet. I had bought one, and I told Jesse McJames when I bought it I was going to give it to Tom. It was going to end up with Tom no matter what. I gave it to Tom, and Tom picked this piece up right here, and he got a hold of me. He's like, Jerry, this is coming to you. And I tell you what, I definitely appreciate it. Now, as far as this knife right here, you look at the sheath. It has the original oak leaf sheath that comes with it with the stitching. Great fit down in there. We got this ivory cracked ice style handle here, but look at the fit on that right there. Look at the fit on it. So guys, again, this knife right here is so old it doesn't have a model number on it. Now in the 60s they would put them here in the brass guard, but if we look, we got Western, Boulder, Colorado, patent pending USA. Now, again, like I said, I don't know a lot about this. I tried to do some research on it, and guys, I just couldn't. You know, there's so little out there, but there are people in our community that watch our channels that help us out. Now, I'm going to put some communication, Tom's original video on this. Old Mo over at Kirby Creek Mo, he chimed in and said, hey, BDH knows a lot, and BDH, you know, he offers me advice all the time, and I definitely appreciate it. So I'm going to put what BDH says up here real quick. Because, you know, Kirby Creek Mo is saying he believes it's a 48, and BDH chimed in and says, I think you are spot on. Good call. Western devoted 100% of the war effort making both fixed and pocket knives for the military. After the war, they were changed at the Western as the founder passed away. Son took over, and grandson Harvey joins the family business that becomes a corporation. The late 40s are somewhat of a mystery to me, as I don't have a record of what they produced, so here we must rely on the Tang stamp and other features of the knife to give close approximation. The closest model known to me is the 48 BGG, produced in 1950. The spacers are close but different, with the patent pending USA still in the Tang. I'm thinking late 40s, early 50s. So it's what, 2024? So this knife right here, probably about 74 years old, guys. Got the bifurcated tang, the dual, it's a bifurcated tang. You guys know what that means. I've said it 1,000 times, but it comes in 2 pieces down here and it's pinned. It's got 2 pins here on your pommel. That's what those 2 pins are for. Now I tried to dig up some information as well, and I found a forum. Now this is going to be big. I don't know if it's going to fit in the screen or not. But this guy chimes in with, here's a long-winded history of the 28-48 pattern knives by Western. The 48 is in the 31 catalog, is a 248, X248, X248, and L48. Number 48A or 48B. These early ones were forerunners to the 48A knives. The 48 is still in the 1936 catalog, but the 248 is gone. Only the L48 and X248 are still present. In 1941, had a ton of 48 patterns. The standard L48, X248 are still there. The X248 returns, and the 548, R48, 48 BGH, 48 BG, and 40 W48F make their debut. The 548 had a stag handle. The W48F had a Coca-Cola handle. The 48 BGH and 48 BG had orange, yellow, or green tinite handles and were finished in construction. The guard on the edge side had the R48 as composite handles, and the guard did not extend beyond the handle. I take it that means finish style. 41 also saw the introduction of the 28 pattern in the form of the B28, yellow, orange, green tinite handles, guardless finish without a lanyard or a pommel. And during World War II, the 48 pattern essentially disappeared, and almost all civilian construction ceased. He says he has a W48 lying around somewhere that has pre-World War II stamp and steel guard, implying that at least some civilian production occurred during the war. We only have advertisements for the 46 to 49 era. And he says, over the years, I found a 47 ad for the 48 BGG with brilliant orange, bright green, rich ivory, and sunset red tinite handles. The 47 and 48 ad for the L48 in the 1948 distribution catalog page lists the L48A, the L48C, 48AP, 48CAP. A 1948 ad shows the 48CAP advertised as a number 28 with red, ivory, orange plastic, leather, or bone stag handles. I'm just going to keep on reading this. You guys, I know it's boring, but this is part of the history and learning about these knives. The L48C, 48CAP had 2.5-inch blades, making them close equivalents for the 28 pattern. The 48BAP is the first instance of what would later become the 48B pattern. There were no pictures of the L48C or 48CAP in the catalog, so I don't know if the 1948 versions had lanyard holes or not. The 1950 catalog shows a plethora of the 48 and 28 patterns. The first group is the 48 BGG. Now that's what I think BDH referenced here. The 48 BAP and the 48 CAP, red ivory, orange plastic handles. In this grouping is also the 28 AP, available with red or ivory handles and a lanyard hole in the handle. And 54 and 55 saw the introduction of model numbers. The pile side were CASO. I've never seen a pile side model number of the 48 BGG or 48 AP or 48 CAP. I assume that this is about the time the models were changed to P48A, P48B, and P28. So it looks like BDH is probably dead on with this probably being a, what was it, the model number, the 48 BGG. So, and I'm going to put that information up here. Now if we look at this knife right here, we're going to put her on the 5, and she goes all the way to 13. This is a full 8-inch knife. The blade length goes from 7 to 11 and a quarter, so it's 4 1/4 inches long with a cut length of right at 4 inches. Just a great knife. Now, one knife I have here that is similar to it, that's a 48, is a later modeled 48, L48A. You can see that pattern number down in there. I hope you can see it. The L just stands for leather, the leather handle. I need to clean that up. But yeah, here's this one. Now if we look, they are very similar in style. This later model, I believe this is probably a 67 through 72 because it has the stamping in the guard itself, with the 67 through 70 some models, 76 model tank stamp right there. But when they put it in the put the model numbers in there, I think it's 67 to 72. I'm not 100% sure though. But if we look, it is a bigger knife than this one down here by about what are we going to say here? 3/8 of an inch probably. Handles are basically the same length. The guard is definitely taller on the later year model. We do have a fuller here, blood groove, whatever you want to call it, but if we look, blade stock's very similar. And Tom did a fan. If you watch Tom's video in this, you need to go back and watch Tom's video. I'll probably link his video in the description. But you can see him actually cleaning this knife up. He done a great job with the knife and the sheath both. But I'm sorry this video is going to be so boring, but it is what it is, you know, because I had to read the information because I can't memorize all that. But what I'll do is also put an ad up in the for this right here, and you'll see the ad for this the L48A up here. Actually, it's a 648A. Carbon steel saber ground, 4.5-inch blade with a narrow groove. Stack pattern Delrin handled. Overall length, what's it say, 8 3/8 inches. So yeah, they're dead on with that. 4.5-inch blade. Yep, definitely. And holster type leather sheath. If you look at the sheath that comes with the 48, you can see it's kind of just like this one here. I'll hold it down here so you guys can see the stitching and everything is basically the same. I've already did a video on this knife here, but Tom, I want to thank you again so much for kind of, you know, we help each other out. We talk about these. Me and him actually did a show on Western knives a while back when he was doing the channel chats. Just a great guy. He has a wealth of knowledge. There's a lot of people like BDH, Kirby Creek Mo. There's just a ton of them in here that just offer up such good information to kind of help guide us whenever we're trying to learn about these old blades, you know, because I wasn't born till when, 76, so, you know, and a lot of knives I like are the older vintage pieces. So if we look at this, we'll also compare it to a Buck 102. So there's a Buck 102. If you look at that one, dwarfs it, but let's look how it compares to for just the basic 48 down there. Very similar in size. Handle is got some more beef to it. Blade length basically about the same, you know. Well, no, not really. No, it's not. I got a blade length probably about a 1/2 inch longer. Well, probably 3/8 inch longer on the Western. But yeah, it is what it is. Again, I want to thank Tom Knife Delights for gifting this to me. This will hold this dear. You know, I've got a whole tub full of Western knives. I need to find a way to display them proudly, but I got them on deck, man. I'm getting them as fast as I can buy them because I love them. They're just Americana pieces, and not a lot of knives. I didn't see a lot of Westerns where I grew up. You know, being from West Virginia, you know, had a lot of case knives. You never really seen a ton of people use buck knives. You just didn't. It was basically case knives. Once in a while you see someone with a buck, but not a lot. And definitely I never hunted with anyone that carried a Western, so it's awesome to get outside your wheelhouse. You know, when it comes to fixed blades, I own one case fixed blade, and it was a gift from a guy at work. All my, you know, if you look at my videos, it's mostly case knives, and I'm just a case pocket knife guy. When it comes to fixed blades, Western and Bark River, guys. That's my jam right there. Western and Bark River. All right, guys. Hey, that's going to be about it. We're 12 minutes deep into this. It's just kind of a boring video, but I wanted to read. I wanted to try to do this knife justice with information that came from people online. So be sure you check out Knife Delights. Tell him Big J sent you over. Also, check out Clark's Kentucky Knives. Gear and adventure, guys. So, yep, let's get him over 100 subs quick. All right, guys, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And while you're out there, keep it Majesty.